All right, good evening, everybody. Hopefully you are all doing well tonight, this fine Sunday. So, setting up for FTX 318 for Task Force Bravo tonight. I am going to be Zeusing. Joining me tonight is going to be Lieutenant Burke. Tonight's going to be his first night Zeusing. So you're going to be hearing him kind of go back and forth with me tonight. Week has been crazy. This week has been busy. That's for damn sure. Next week is also going to be busy. So, yeah, fun times. Yeah, tonight we are, or the guys are going to be training on Convoy once again. So that should be fun. Let's get radio set up here.
Or I will unscrew your head and shut down your neck.
There we go. Additional. All right, should be all good now. And Riley with the 6-month resub. Thank you very much. Yeah, let the bullets fly. Oh, right on, Bailey. Well, hopefully you enjoy tonight. Yeah, if you're a lawyer, I better watch what the fuck I say. So tonight is probably going to be a little chaotic for you guys as far as comms goes, because I'm going to be listening to 4 different radio channels at the same time. So in my left ear, you're going to be hearing 3.1, which is company net, as well as 7.0, which is air net, or the net from the JTAC to air assets. Then in my right ear, you're going to be hearing 120, which is platoon net, and 50, which is convoy net. So there's going to be a lot of comms going on tonight. And it may be a little hard for you guys to follow, but I like to know what's going on with everybody while I'm Zeusing. So, you know, you just have to kind of deal with it.
You had best unfuck yourself, or I will unscrew your head and
And Aaron with the 8-month resub. Baby is indeed almost due for sure.
modern art masterpiece.
And Ocho with the 10 spot. Thank you very much, brother. And hopefully the guys will get some tonight. In fact, I can guarantee they will get some tonight. Mom is good. Supposed to be home Wednesday. So that is indeed very, very good news. Very good news. Attorney-client privilege, yeah. Well, in that case, feels like you have schizophrenia. Well, sometimes you kind of need schizophrenia. My brother was just saying last night that he's like, dude, it's genuinely impressive. Like, you can shut off like one part of your brain, but still hear both things that are going on and respond to one and then the other and stuff like that. Because like when I was sitting here doing the radio checks last night, he was like, dude, you have fucking 2 different people doing radio checks at the same time on 2 different nets, and you're responding to both of them.
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the
Oh yeah, tonight is indeed Aaron's first night out in his official billet. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron is genuinely active duty now with the 506th. He has been billeted in Havoc 2-1. So the terminal private is not going to be a private for much longer. Yeah, CG. I am always live on both Twitch and YouTube.
24-27, reading Lima Charlie on frequency 120 over.
Roger out.
What the hell is that stripping shit? Burke, are you back? Hey, Marcus. You won't be a private for that long.
Yeah. Well.
How long is the op running for? Usually like 2.5, 3 hours, somewhere in there. But luckily, I do now, again, have the ability to edit videos. So, like last night's FTX, when I put that up, probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, it won't be the whole sand table and everything. It'll just be the hour or whatever of actual action that we had. Same goes for tonight. I'll edit it down, and then put up just the actual field portion of it.
This is Phoenix 3-2 radio check on 711.
Any station this is Havoc 4 requesting radio check on 120.
Read the same.
Havoc 4, this is Havoc 27, reading Lima Charlie on frequency 120 over.
Yeah, Aaron doesn't stream, he only records.
Any station this is Havoc 4 requesting radio check on radio check at frequency 120.
Lima trying 3-1 over.
Last call, I need to again, you're 2x5 over.
This is Dagger Lima trying 3-1 over.
Dagger is Havoc 4.
Any station is net.
Copy,
This is
out.
2-3 requesting radio check in 120. 2-3, this is 27, reading Lima Charlie on frequency 120 over.
Yeah, I don't know what. Aaron, well, no, Aaron's internet isn't good enough to stream. That's the issue.
Check on 120 over.
He's got
2-2,
fucking
this is 26,
potato
Charlie,
internet.
120 over.
For your weapon.
Roger out.
Hey, wee woo with the host. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it's just this freaking issue with the radios. Sometimes we could be standing right next to each other and it sounds like we're miles away.
Go whisper. I'm on part best 4, and I've been trying to nail it down, but
Any station this net. This is Havoc 5. Radio check frequency 31 over.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 27, reading Lima Charlie on frequency 31 over.
Roger out.
Oh, we already cross streams. Yeah, Aaron's internet is better than Cope's, that's for sure.
how do you speak on your alternate channel on the long range? I forgot.
Really?
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
Fucking Hammer hasn't played that much. Hey, Brody with the 5 spot. Thank you very, very much for that support, brother. I greatly appreciate it. Speaking of Cope, he is streaming tonight, I believe. And he is in the multi-twitch. So if you do ! multi-twitch, you can watch my perspective, Drum's perspective, and Cope's perspective all at the same time. So make sure you go show Cope some love.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. We are all accounted for.
I demand it.
2-4 is 2-6, good copy.
God damn it. Hold on, guys.
2-7, this is Havoc 4, requesting radio check on tree 1 over.
Havoc 4, this is Havoc 27, reading Lima Charlie on 31 over.
2-7, B guys, got you 2 by 5 out.
Alright. Sorry, I just gotta take care of some odd errors here. Do. And where's the other one?
Go just past the gate.
LT.
Hello.
Pass down the line. Private Tellers was kicked because he has mod errors. And there's a Ron's internet already giving him shit. Oh, right on, CG. I'm glad you enjoy them. I like doing them. Most of the time, anyways. Yeah, Drum won't be live for probably another 15-20 minutes.
Periscope command Vic somewhere around here?
Should be over there, very last in line to the west.
Okay.
Y'all Army, right? It's a Army realism unit.
Yeah, let's substitute one of the RG-33s for the fancy Periscope one. That one right over there. Yeah, let's,
So yes, we simulate Army units and ranks and structure and all of that. Took you 3 tries to get into squad training? Out fucking standing.
Hey, everybody, scoot down. Scoot down over there so we don't get another Vic situation. Scoot that
Havoc
way.
5, this is Havoc 4, requesting radio check on tree 1 over.
Vic. Say what?
Yeah, pretty much CG.
Yeah, third.
And his stuff is still fucked.
Everybody scoot down to the south.
Go ahead. 2-3.
Scoot.
Get
the second Vic, the second RG-33, swap it out for the one with the periscope in it, the fancy one.
T7, this is Havoc, we're missing radio check.
Okay.
We'll grab a spot up in the end. Shove these guys down.
Why is he specifically calling 2-7 for a fucking radio check?
T7, Havoc 4, solid copy out.
Gucci next to 2-2.
Need anything else, LT?
Get close. Real bite.
No, I think we're good.
Not that close. Not that close. Yeah, that's alright. Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll do a
Already done
quick
so.
radio check. Make sure I'm good. Any station that's net, Aries, radio check, frequency 3-1, over.
Aries, this is Havoc 5-1-3-1, let me Charlie, over.
Havoc 5 is Aries, solid copy out. Yeah, 0331 is indeed a machine gunner.
Oh, yeah. Alpha Bravo, we're going to be in the first Vic, right at the front.
Dagger will be in the third Vic. Open periscope, if you want to use that.
Having radio issues. Well, it's odd because something's going on with Steven specifically then, because he's the only one I've seen mention have any fucking radio issues in the style of which he's having radio issues. So something's foobar with his setup.
I'll be up in front so I can...
Because I've seen nobody else have issues with it.
Maybe how you fucking change my mind. I didn't see that nice periscope tucked away there.
What in the fuck is this? Who in the fuck marked out this map? Yeah, Drum will be live here in probably like 15 minutes.
Oh, we do it unloaded?
Oh, he's over here. How's he at?
Yeah, we're gonna
There
go
he
over
is.
some basic convoy things.
Alright, you're my trash bag.
We'll just go circle.
LT,
Top.
did you mark out the convoy route?
Sorry, negative.
Hey,
Garcia
next place, send it. 3.
Never mind, that explains it.
Inaccurate.
Copy.
Negative, I was just curious as to why someone was using arrows instead of actual turn markers, but considering he's an NCO, that explains it.
Tony, step back.
But isn't he fancy?
Yeah, there was a traffic circle. I tried to indicate which way to go through it.
We're going
You
the
know-
wrong way in that traffic circle. We didn't get goddamn tickets on our fucking FTX.
What do you think we are, England?
Yeah, really.
Roundabout.
I did consider that, but
To be fair, they're lucky if we don't just blow up the traffic circle and drive straight through it.
Go through
That's
it, right, cross it.
Just check.
Yeah.
Check my loadout.
I've had too many tickets in my fucking lifetime.
Alright, LT, give me 1 second. Let me tell these guys.
Yeah, roundabout, traffic circle.
Sanctifizzle is Loster.
Alright, Havoc 2, be advised. when
Bailey,
we
I will
load
here
in, not
shortly.
Now, but when we load up, the order is going to be 2-1, 2-4, 2-3, and 2-2.
Yeah, Marcus Convoy. All three task forces do essentially the same thing. They train on the same thing during FTXs. They don't go the exact same route. They'll go through some of the same areas. But we train on the same thing because all three task forces consist of different people. So we can't train one task force on one thing and another task force on a different thing because then everybody's not going to get trained properly.
Okay. We got like 8 minutes.
Thanks, AA. I answered the fucking question too, damn it. Oh, I won't be in the back. I'm Zeusing tonight. Guess I should find out if there's anything else that he needs from us. There we go. Thank you, CG.
Who's your radio operator?
His name is Caldwell, Specialist Caldwell, I think. I don't know. He's never here. I can't remember.
I thought it was McDougal.
Definitely not Caldwell.
McDougal,
Caldwell is
whatever.
currently in Qatar.
I was gonna say he's the Navy guy.
Okay, so
If by Navy you mean Air Force, yes. Qatar is in fact a desert, not an ocean.
I thought.
It's an ocean of sand.
Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
I have
I'm
no
confusing
fucking
him
idea.
With, I'm confusing him with K Wood. That's what
Oh, Caldwell. Okay, I was gonna say Caldwell works on fucking B-52s, man.
Wake up. Cool.
LT, was there anything more specific that you needed from us?
No, I think we're good, Top. Appreciate it.
All right. As you already know, I'm up on 3-1, so if you need anything, just call.
You know I will.
All right. Thanks, LT.
Come on. One sock at a time, one boot at a time.
Jesus Christ, he's living up to his fucking officer name there. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, he's the Navy guy. Oh, I wish Caldwell was watching for that shit.
He's in a good mood tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're talking about me, I'm always in a good fucking mood. Fuck you and your mood.
Come on, run it in.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Captain Soto, how are you?
Oh yeah, fucking Soto's flying tonight. God damn it.
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
I'm just gonna put civilians everywhere so he can't fucking engage anything.
Sergeant Beaniac.
Just kick him square in the dick.
Aren't they cute? They are. They're nice and form. He's a really good tailor.
He's got I mean, with that hat, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
TT's ready to go.
Why do we?
Got the nice shoes to go with it though.
3's ready.
Unfuck yourself, whoever's in the wrong slot.
Alright, 4 minutes, Lieutenant Williams.
Copy that. 2-1 and 2-4. How you looking?
2 on screen. We're eager to get killing.
Who is we? Fuck stick.
Lieutenant's Havoc 2 is all present, ready to go.
Because they ate too many crowns this morning, Sergeant. Fucking Christ. What's going on with Alpha?
Captain Soto. Captain Soto.
This is the most fucked up window-licking line I have ever seen in my life.
Motherfucker. Stop trying to sound like me. Where the fuck is Soto?
Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Yeah, 2-1. Shift over to the north, this way.
Is Soto streaming already, or is he starting his stream right now? Is that what he's doing? I don't know if he's on Twitch and YouTube, or if he's only on YouTube.
Just,
He can never make up his fucking mind.
Alright, is Sergeant Richie causing trouble back there?
No, he's not wearing his helmet so he can fucking hear. Yeah, he's starting his stream, okay.
Done. You have too many grenades. Fix it. No.
Well, we try our best to not slaughter civilians. But let's face it, if they're too stupid to get out of a fucking active AO, shit happens.
Nice job.
When it comes to task force commanders, I'm probably the least worried about civilian casualties. Now, obviously, if they, like, directly engage civilians, yeah, we're gonna have some fucking issues, but, you know, I gotta call in an airstrike to fucking kill a marksman or something, and some civilians get injured. Tough shit, you should have had your barbecue somewhere else.
Fucking hate all of you. Fix it.
Private Bollinger is going technical there, is having trouble getting in.
Alright, looks like we got most everybody in, so I'll give you guys a peek at the AO
You
here.
can always grab him if he can't get in. And...
Jesus Christ, y'all need to know what the final line is.
Alright. Oh yeah, shit, I gotta fucking add everything back into Zeus.
It took 13 minutes to do this. I lost for words.
Oh, no, sorry. 8 Lima is 8 November, so, we need 8 radar and 8 laser.
Give me just a second here, guys.
2-2, I think one of you guys is bleeding.
How in the fuck is somebody bleeding?
Someone bleeding? Oh, right.
Did someone forget their tampon?
Careful, grenades are sharp.
Yeah, we don't start our engagement by killing all the civilians.
You know what? They're special, but they got character.
Alright. Let's get some other bullshit out of the way. As you guys know, I hate having all the little yellow fucking dots in Zeus, so that's why I go in and remove all this shit. Or at least as much of it as I can. Alright, that'll work. Alright, so basically what we're going to be doing here is they're going to leave the airbase here. Come down this MSR, turn westerly down this MSR. Kind of a lot of the same route as what we took last night, but they're going to deviate a little bit. Then they'll turn southerly, continue west through here, and then they're, instead of continuing west like we did, they're going to cut north and circle around this way, and then link back up on the MSR here and continue back east back up to the airfield. So they're doing a big loop, as where last night we went from the airfield over here to COP Delta. They're going from the airfield in a loop and coming back. So basically they're doing a mounted patrol, as to where last night we did a convoy.
After that, we will then be doing the exercise. So as far as convoy operations are concerned, every vehicle, every squad that's attached to a vehicle is responsible
and we got,
for that.
you know, some civilians kind of hanging out around here in town and stuff, and here, and then
so when you guys are moving in infantry dismounted, you're responsible for that vehicle and moving it and keeping it updated. With our convoy,
then over here is where the enemies kind of start, same place as last night where it did. So we got some guys waiting to ambush them here. Then we get around here to the town. We got a nice roadblock set up here, and guys patrolling around. Got an M113 hiding back here, which M113 is an old US APC, if you don't know what it is. Just got a simple 50 cal on top.
Do not say checking in.
And then they continue down the MSR, kind of clear here, but like stuff like this where we have like these big open areas and stuff where it's kind of clear, that's where we'll just kind of spawn in guys as we see fit and, you know, flank them and stuff like that. So like what you see down right now enemy wise isn't everything we're going to have. We're going to spawn troops in as they go as well. And then we get up here to the crossing. This is a big choke point, so we've got quite a few troops down here. We got us a nice fucking ZU-23 sitting up here on the rooftop. And then at the real big checkpoint, or at the choke point, we have this set up. I have a tank sitting there, and some troops around the buildings. And then, you know, we continue on this way. And up through here, you know, we'll spawn in more troops and stuff as they're going, so we're not overloading everything.
Everybody better call out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fucking definitely add Soto in there.
Call out your turns. The first Vic and the last Vic. The last Vic, not Vic 6. Last Vic is what you call. And then you call out the turn. So Vic 1 right turn.
Alright, so let's get Blue Force added into Zeus here.
Last Vic right turn. It's very, very
Blue
important
4.
that we hear those. It's also very important that not every vehicle calls out their turns on convoy net. When you have 6 vehicles, that gets way too saturated for communication.
And we have a entirely full task force tonight. Every single slot is filled tonight.
Captain?
You guys know how to set your speed limiter. Stand up if you
Drum brings it up because apparently Drum did not know how to set a speed limiter.
On the vehicles. You don't know.
Apparently, I said that last night.
I had no fucking
Yeah.
idea. Get to the speed you want, so when
He had no idea you could set a speed limiter in our trucks.
50 kph, get your vehicle up to 50 kph and hit delete. That'll lock your max speed to 50
I like how that's the standard now is 50 kph because when we were in convoy, that's what we pretty much always traveled at was 50 kph. So that's like kind of our standard now.
What is the last Vic? Is it last Vic or is it Vic 6? Who knows the answer? So, Specialist Stretman, tell me.
God damn, where the fuck is Burke at? Is he still fucking eating?
All right. It's neither. It's both.
Oh, Soto isn't live
Vic
yet?
6
Why
when
the
you're
hell
doing
is he?
radio check and it's last Vic when you're
Not
moving.
live yet. He might be
the
waiting until he does
commander knows
pre-flights
that
before he
all the
goes
Vics
live.
in front of the last Vic are moving.
So it's not just,
but
you know, hanging
doing a
out
radio
listening to
check,
this stuff.
Say it's Vic 6, so the convoy commander knows how many Vics are in the convoy. So make sure you know the difference and you use it correctly.
Had me a monster delivered. It's quite tasty.
Confused, you can say Vic 6, last Vic, radio check. You can say both. That's all I had.
Thank you, Captain. Another thing that I'll be giving instructions for on the convoy net is spacing. Typically, you won't see anything less than 50 meters spacing, unless we're going through a really tight area and with lots of turns in a town. I can imagine us reducing spacing.
Oh yeah, Drum is filling in with Havoc 4 tonight. So he's with Mortars tonight.
So get your spacing, eyeball it, set your speed limiter, and keep a nice.
I'm gonna wait until after the update before I fill in with
contact in a convoy,
Havoc 4.
The convoy commander will be calling whether we are rolling through contact,
Which we will be doing our mod pack update soon.
Rolling through is just
there's some
back and keep moving.
There's some fun stuff in there that I think you guys will like.
I will halt the convoy and I'll call herringbone. Once that is done, in a contact scenario, you should always assume a soft dismount, meaning you guys get out, get security, and start fighting back, and then we'll call it out from there what we need to do. Once you are dismounted and once you are herringboned, no other orders will be given on the convoy net until everyone's
it's always last Vic. I don't know why Drum has such a hard on about, you know, if they're the 7th Vic and the last Vic calling themselves Vic 7, but
I don't want to hear people on
you know, when we were in convoy, it's fucking last Vic. You never refer to yourself by a number.
So typical dismount is going to be herringbone with a
wave will probably be starting here in about 20 minutes or so. Depends upon how long the sand table goes here.
With the Vic at all times. The gunner, excuse me, the driver can dismount. But
I would say last Vic and not your section designation. Last Vic in a convoy, you're the last vehicle. So that's only on your convoy radio. That's not talking about like platoon net or stuff like that.
You guys will get back in.
Use crow systems? I would love to if we had crows on our current trucks, but we don't. RHS does not have a crow system modeled in there. The only thing we could do is kind of make a bastard child between the MAT-Vs and our Cougars, which would not be easy and probably would not work very well.
I don't think so.
Well, I would love to. Fuck, I would be so happy if we can get some crows on our fucking Cougars.
Your weapon's pointed forward.
I mean, just one or two of them would be perfect.
Left, right, and the last Vic is pointed to the rear. Not a hard thing to figure out. Just look and see what the Vic in front of you's doing, gunners.
Thank you. That's a good point. As far as dealing with civilian vehicles,
but they actually have now
Sergeant.
A new system. I forget what the hell it was called. Buddy of mine was just telling me about it yesterday. Stukas, which any of you guys that have been around the channel for a while probably know Stukas. He did OSUP with me. But Stuka's getting ready to get deployed to Afghanistan, and he's saying they're using a new system now. Like I said, I can't remember the name of it, but it's actually worse than the crows.
You can't really say much yelling from the top of a turret. So basically just do a warning shot. Alright? So that's the first shoot. Second shoot is going to be disable the vehicle. Third shoot is shoot to kill.
Hey, Hardman.
If the escalation of force is proper when dealing with civilians. Understood?
What's the ROE for civilians in this area?
Are you still having fucking issues, AA Ron?
You shouldn't be shooting civilians, period. Unless we are specifically in an area where civilians are known to be in a threat, you can shoot to warn, you can shoot to disable their vehicle, but do not fucking kill any civilians. Unless they pull a gun out and start shooting at us. There's no threat of suicide bombers in this area.
If they pull the gun out and start shooting at us, they're no longer a fucking civilian.
IEDs in this area.
Copy that, Captain.
That's something that always needs to be gone over during the mission briefing, because we act way too aggressively towards civilians a lot of the time.
Oh, hey, Gray.
Corporal Patty, you have a question?
Thank you, LT. Quick question about civilians with weapons.
Loads a few seconds and then crashes.
Correct?
Did you delete your DLL things, whatever the guys are talking about all the time?
It depends on the mission, but
I personally don't know exactly what it is. Something about the DLL files you have to delete, and sometimes that works.
They were assumed not hostile unless they were pointing that weapon at you. But that's a mission contingent thing.
Hey, firm. Thank you, LT.
Are any other questions or comments from anybody? All right, let's load up in the convoy and let's do what we just went over.
Alpha and the unarmed.
Sergeant Myers. 2-3, we were second to last Vic.
Alright, Bones, Vic 2.
We'll jump in the last one. Bravo
Vic,
is
Sergeant Myers.
vehicle, Alpha, you're riding in the...
Yeah, I personally don't know how well it works. I've never used it before because I've never needed to. All right.
Actual Delta,
See if we can get
do you
some room
still
in this
want us
last
to
one.
try to put 2 Jav rounds in this truck?
Up.
The guy just jumped in. Oh, Bravo.
Pretty much, Gray. I mean, nothing too outside the normal.
Yeah, go ahead and get in.
Hey, can everyone hear me?
Alright, I'm gonna get in the
LT,
this is 2-3, second last Vic.
If a civilian Vic comes towards the front of the convoy, the warning shot goes over the top of the vehicle.
Alright, copy that 2-3. Let's do, guys, do radio checks on convoy net.
New phone, who this? Yeah.
Vic 2, radio check on frequency 50, over. Vic 2 is Vic 3, Lima Charlie 50, over. Roger out.
This is Vic 6, radio check on frequency 50, over.
I don't think anybody. Well, I hope nobody would be dumb enough to fucking say that on convoy.
Go ahead for Warlord on 10-0.
Go ahead and take your guys and continue brief flight, over.
Affirm on that.
Vic 1, this is Vic 3, Lima Charlie on 50, over. Thunder, same for you, over.
This is Vic 3, radio check frequency. Dagger Thunder, acknowledge continue brief flight, over.
Still waiting for radio checks on Vic 4 and Vic 5, over.
From Tennessee? No. No, no. From Michigan.
This is Vic 5 requesting radio check and Freak 50, over.
Vic 5, this is Vic 3, Lima Charlie, over.
Vic 5, soft copy.
Now, my buddy Bobby that I race with all the time, he's from Tennessee. He's he lives in Nashville.
Vic 4, this is Havoc 5 on 50, over.
Hammer, you're always going to be better off just going with fucking Convoy Command, because most of these guys have no fucking clue who Havoc 5 is. Does Bobby stream it all? No, he doesn't. He doesn't really have the PC for it, unfortunately. QP? Fuck no, I'm in Flint.
This is Vic 4 requesting radio check on frequency 50, over.
Vic 4, this is Vic 3, Lima Charlie, over.
This is Vic 4, so I'll copy out.
All vehicles on frequency 50, this is Havoc 5, we are Oscar Mike.
maintain 50 meters dispersion and limit speed to 50 kph.
There you go. Now he's biting my style. Kinda.
Vic 1, Oscar Mike.
When you can't make the turn.
Lock and load.
Well, no, Alpha, that's different. His pre-flights isn't where you hear all the sexy radio stuff. That's his check-in once he's already up in the air.
Last Vic, right turn.
It wouldn't surprise me, CG. Oh, that vehicle's gonna run right into the side of him.
First Vic, right turn.
Yeah. Oh, shit. There's a military convoy, boys.
Civilian Vic, left side, Vic 4 and 5.
Last Vic, right turn.
When the fuck just fired?
Yes, sorry.
Specialist Province, up here.
Vic 1, civilian vehicle, 30 meters in front. Over.
Thank you. Copy that. Give a wide berth around to the right.
Thunder, Dagger, 0, over.
Dagger, Thunder, 7-0, go ahead.
Be advised, you're clear to launch, over.
Dagger, Thunder, 6-1, roger, clear to lift, Maruko. We'll, check in when, in the AO.
Roger. Warlords, Dagger, 10-0, over.
Oh, welcome back.
They're still doing the training.
Clear lift from Maruko.
No, they're Oscar Mike. They're already down to the fucking gas station. I need you to start giving these civilians orders, though, to get them the fuck out of the road. There's one civilian, like, out in the center of the road that's supposed to be fucking working on his truck.
Yeah, roger that. We don't have IED threats.
Just stick behind the convoy.
Just give it a wide berth to the right as we did before.
Use 10 minutes. Vic 1, copy.
Pretty sure they just called out that civilian as a
Also,
possible
we're getting a little
IED.
spread out in dispersion here. Tighten it up.
Well,
Say
go ahead
again,
and hold to the
50
northeast
meters
of the
dispersion.
task force. The distance your call, over.
Copy that, we'll be northeast of the task force, out.
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know how he got moved out in the center of the road there, because I know you had him working on the truck.
The other guy was supposed to be fiddling with his truck.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, they didn't kill any civilians, but I definitely heard someone ND with what had to have been a 50. So, that's great.
Last Vic, right turn.
Alright, so once they get up there where the guys are up on the hill and shit, I'll take control of the dude and open up the doors real quick, and then you can send the fucking techies after, you know, you pop the ambush.
Warlord, 10-0.
Right.
Warlords, Dagger, send it.
What would you like Lancer to do tonight as well? Do you want
They
him
should
hanging
be able
out,
to mow all those guys down pretty
to
quick.
the northwest as well?
Okay, somebody's already firing. Oh, it's the guys on the ground over here.
Northeast, that's correct, sorry.
Yeah, the guys that are laying down.
So you'll have Lancer hanging out with us?
Alright, I'm gonna go open the doors.
Roger. This is Vic 1, we got shots fired to our south, over.
Convoy halt, herringbone. Try to get your Vix into some cover.
Vic 1, herringbone left.
Soft dismount, return fire.
All stations, 10-0, be advised, task force.
Alright, Havoc 2, this is 5. I need a contact support.
Alright, doors are open. I'm gonna pull the trucks out a little bit just to be safe, and then you can issue orders to them.
Alright.
Havoc 2, let me know where that fire's coming from. Get away from there. Havoc 2, this is 2-4, northwest,
That's 1 from Bravo.
Havoc 4 ready for fire mission.
Copy that 2-4. What is it shooting at us?
It was infantry
What
contact.
in the fuck?
We just lost the first Vic.
Figure out what's going on. We're having a long march. Very little return fire.
You retarded ass AI.
We have infantry.
Bearing 304,
Great, now he's stuck.
Contact to our northwest.
Bravo
See the tracers going out.
Checking in on.
Contact you.
Put a few rounds from that hilltop.
Alright, you should be able to order the fucking techies around. How in the fuck did they lose a Vic already?
I don't know.
Fucking group leader's trying to run away up on top of the hill. I'm gonna take control of him and run him back.
Keep an eye on him.
Havoc 4 copies, setting 5 times rounds on top of that hill time now.
I'm running into a mortar strike. That's great.
Havoc 2, continue maneuvering through contact. 2-6 copies.
Dagger, this is Thunder, frequency 70. I want you guys to on foot.
Fuck, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Havoc 2, this is 5 years by the 210 enemy technicals approaching from the southwest, so we can crush the hilltop shortly.
70, mission number 0318. Havoc 2, be advised, two technicals are approaching from the west. They're going to be approaching. They're going to be approaching that hilltop soon. 2-4 engagements. 2-1 is on the south side of the road. It's heading that way.
Ow.
Kilo Maverick. 32 is 270 rocket. 6 times. Mark 82. Eastern side of the river. 2 times. A9 Sidewinder. Abort will be wave off. And 7 takes at 9 or 7% leading. Flight time 0. 26. Interruption. You want to advance your footer. You want us loading back up the Vix and moving.
Back to the 110 Charlie Warhog. You are holding 5 kilometers from
2-6, I was saying we could just walk the Vic across the river.
Hey, somebody.
Dagger, Thunder, we gotta check it for speed 70, over.
Dagger Thunder, reading you, Lima Charlie 70.
Roger that, Thunder. I read back. You are 1 times 810 Charlie Warhog. You're holding 5 kilometers. That's a tab towards base plus
All right.
7,000. Full in the gun.
Going good so far.
Rockets, 2 times 8 GM kilos. 6 times Mark 82.
Fucking guys are still going into auto combat mode.
2 times 8 Sidewinders. Board code is wave off. I'm not gonna work on 70, over.
Roger, be advised, time on station 0 plus 9 or 0 minutes. Company is doing so now. Down the road, so the west.
Roger that, on station 0 plus 9, 0 minutes, over.
Havoc 2 is 2-1. 2-1 is 2-6 in traffic. Dagger, this is Warlord. South hill is clear, we got it.
Warlord, Dagger. I'm 0, send it.
Fuck.
Stand by for check-in. Sick. The south hill that we got hit from is cleared out now. About a squad worth of enemies dead. Okay, copy that.
7-0, over.
Getting the fuck out of there.
B1, get back to your Vic.
Dagger,
We're
Phoenix 7-0,
forward down the road.
All stations up Havoc 5. We're going to be bringing in a standby rail truck from aviation, so get to a position, set up security at your discretion, and we'll try and get out.
Everybody get on this left side of the river on this hilltop with this blown up Vic. Set up a defensive perimeter. Aviation is going to fly in another road. Havoc 2, how copy?
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0, stand by for check-in.
2-4 copies.
You
guys figure it out, set up a defensive perimeter so that we can bring the
How in the fuck are they flying in another MRAP, and why are they flying in another MRAP?
I'm approximately 4 kilometers northeast of your position at elevation
They didn't ask me for shit.
500. Weapon systems ready at 1200 times M230 autocannon 8 times
Let
AGM.
me message him real quick and find out.
Limas 8 times EGM kilos 2 times 8 M9 6 Sidewinders. Abort quotas wave off. DCS capabilities, capabilities, and rating at 90% landing.
station ready for tasking, over.
Warlord, this is Dagger and 7-0.
Whatever. Copy that, Dagger.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck we're flying in a new truck.
Sacrifice
Go ahead and hold off to the east. Distance to your call, recommending about 5 clicks, over. How copy, Phoenix?
Wait 1, Dagger. Transmission.
Burke is Zeusing with me tonight. Alright, well, they killed everybody there.
Yep. Dagger, Phoenix 7-0. Go ahead.
Hold off to the east, about 5 clicks, over.
FHQ has a pretty good history of losing their first Vic, though.
2-1's gonna
Happened to us all the fucking time.
Dagger, Phoenix 7-0, interactive.
It was that fucking... That it did get hit by an RPG. It was that fucking bug where they get one shot by the RPGs. Luckily, that's about to be fixed. So I'll fucking give them a new one real quick here.
Dagger, Phoenix 7-0, interactive.
Send it.
If I can remember where the hell it's at. There it is.
Negative. They're at the motor pool.
This guy's out in the middle of the fucking road.
Why in the fuck is there still guys in it? Stop spawning it with guys. It says do not include crew, motherfucker.
Break. Dagger, Phoenix 7-0. Looks like enemy vehicles have made their way to the airfield. Gonna hop out and shoot them with an M4.
What? That is not a fucking enemy vehicle.
This isn't 74.
Bert, go take care of that fucking civilian that decided to drive himself to the fucking airfield. Afterwards, I'll yell at the fucking retarded...
Civilian out
I need more information.
All assets on 7-0. This is Ares on 7-0. Be advised. PID your targets. You were firing at a civilian vehicle, dipshit.
Oh, he's dead. Let's see if I can get...
Dagger 7-0, I had unauthorized access to a secured area. I have fired and neutralized the personnel. Over.
Fuck stick.
To the Blackhawk and bring us MRAP. Correction to Chinook and bring us to MRAP. Time now. Over.
Yeah, so he's dead. What do you want us to just delete him?
Yeah, just fucking delete it. 5, this is Ares on 3-1.
Lancers, Dagger, send it. This is Havoc 5-1-3-1, send.
5 is Ares, be advised. New MRAP has been placed by reinforcement assets to your rear, over.
Tango Mike.
Roger, Ares out.
Alright. 2-1, wave off, resupply. Go ahead and land, spool down at Marshall. 3-1, prepared to get back in vehicles and get on the road for convoy movement. Over.
Yeah. Alright, it's back. Replacement has been put behind us to the east on the water bridge. Send somebody back to go get it.
Go ahead and continue, Lancer.
I say again, weapon systems reading at 6,000 rounds on the M134.
Jesus Christ, that was a special fucking kind of retarded.
Rocket.
What, killing the civilian?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did drive off to an Army airbase.
For all he fucking knows, we sent him there. He could have been bringing fucking supplies to be sent somewhere or some shit. He has no fucking clue.
Lancers, Dagger 7-0, saw copy. Checking the board code is erase. Over.
Let's both go to just let them on.
Dagger, that is a good copy, over.
That's 2-1, I got it.
On top of the fact that he fucking called him as an enemy before having any idea what the fuck it was.
It's a fucking cargo truck.
It's not like got an updated abort code from you.
261 in the front of the convoy.
Updated abort code will be Eagles.
Not a military jeep or anything.
8 firms, switch it up.
Right, it doesn't look like... I mean, I understand that fucking, you know, the enemy uses Urals and shit, but at no point in time should you think that's a fucking enemy vehicle unless guys hop out in fucking uniforms with goddamn machine guns and shit.
0+120 Mike. Abort code is Eagles. Over.
2-1, confirm you're going to be taking the last victim over.
Dagger Warlord, copies all, thank you.
You want us to mount back up? Over.
Yeah,
back in. Let's go.
Unauthorized access to a secure area. You think the fucking base commander comes down and tells every pilot on the fucking flight line when they have, you know, civilians coming to take a flight out of there? Does he come, like, get fucking approval from each one of the pilots? Like, hey, do you mind if I have a civilian come use our airfield?
No.
Is that okay with you?
This is Vic 2, radio check on the 50 again.
Vic 2, this is now Vic 1, regional on clear frequency 50, over.
Roger out.
And Chris, I know I said earlier I'm the task force commander that's generally least worried about civilian casualties, but, I mean, fucking hell, man.
This is Vic 3 on 50.
Definitely should have not been called up as an enemy contact. That's ridiculous.
Solid copy on your last. Last Vic out.
This is Vic 1, radio check frequency 50, over.
Vic 1, this is last Vic. I read you Lima Charlie on frequency 50, over.
Last Vic, this is Vic 1. Roger out.
All vehicles on frequency 50, this type 5, convoy after Mike.
Vic 1's moving.
Last Vic is moving over.
Maintain 50-meter dispersion and speed of 50 kph.
Alright, so I'm going to say, now they know they're coming, I'm going to put a couple more rifle squads down at this fucking roadblock.
I just put one down in the back.
Vic 1 left turn.
Okay, perfect.
Change these guys to aware also.
You see that saddle, or that fucking valley right in between the two hilltops on the south side of the roadblock?
Mm-hmm. A-firm.
Go ahead and drop a squad right in that fucking valley, too. Make it quick, though. They're coming.
He's down.
Don't forget to do the AI thing.
Yeah.
Well, I meant the other south side, but I guess north side works, too. You know you got a compass in the Zeus interface, right?
Oh, there it is. Turned off for some damn reason.
Turned off?
Havoc 2, this
Yeah.
is 5, be
I
advised.
didn't know you could turn it off.
Okay,
Huh. How do you know?
Maneuver on that position.
Havoc 2, I got shots fired. West 207. Looks like I rusted out the tower. 2-2. 2-4.
Alright, I'm going to take control of that M113.
Get up there and take it out. Havoc 2-4 copies. 2-4, this is 2-2.
2-4, set cover while 2-2 moves up.
Christ, that fucking took long enough.
This is 2, we'll be up, eyes on that road, let's provide cover.
Havoc just
Bring your Vicks with you.
look at the bridge. It's gonna be a bitch to cross. Troops in contact on a roadblock. APC AM113 047046.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. I have an infantry transport truck west 250. Right across the bridge.
Alright, copy that, engage it.
Roger that, Thunder. Advise on time now, over.
Come on, where are you guys at? You got good fucking smoke usage tonight.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3.
Be advised, we're engaging infantry on both sides of the road, on the other side of the bridge. Break. We also have an infantry transport
They're
truck.
keeping their fucking trucks behind cover, at least from this thing. Ah, shit. Ah! You dick!
Drivers having technical difficulties.
Heaven 4, this is 5. I want you to light up 0853, the southern marker, approximately to 0855.
2-4, this is 2-2. 2-2, this is 2-4, send traffic. Can you cover us while we cross this bridge? Copy that, wait one. Let me know when you're ready.
Having 4 copies.
You guys are fucking useless.
Yep, stand by, 30 seconds, 30 0.
Shoot at them, dumbass. Thank you.
Disregard. 2-2, go ahead, we got you covered. I have 1 times technical reinsert specialist boat. Copy.
Keep shooting at them. You dick.
2-3 and 2-1, go with them, go right behind them up the road.
2-1 copies, you want us to cross the bridge?
A firm, go right up behind 2-2. 2-4 will stay here and cover you as you go across.
Oh, they hit that motherfucker just as I got out of it.
Negative, hold until we get across the bridge, or get a couple more things across the bridge, then we'll have you
Having 4 copies. That last fire mission.
2-2, hit that thing with an AT-4.
Engage again.
And now they got it.
2-2 has no eyes. Disregard, they got it.
Alright, Heaven 4, you're cleared to, break.
I got the thing.
Disregard, sir.
Okay, that's I was wondering if you heard it or not.
This is 2-4, I think we neutralized it with the GMG. A firm is down, disregard.
It's still moving.
Well, the gunner's down, that's what's important. Go ahead, 2-1 and 2-3, go ahead, 2-2, 2-4, keep cover. Pen's running out of me. Copy that, team, keep it covered.
5, don't wait for just take it out with a pipeline control. I think here, 3-3.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Mark,
getting the fuck out of here.
3-4 meters elevation. Stand by on target, over.
Dagger Thunder, 2-1, do you have it 0859er, 3-3 meters.
This is 2-1, you talking about the compound with the little yellow building inside with the 2 canopies?
Dagger Thunder has to go with the,
they see me.
Hasco Towers.
That's 2-1, coming up on the floor of the hill, if you can cover us.
Enemy APC is still at 0859er. Blue Force mark, over. Alright, 2-6 copies.
Charlie, no
2-1, shift to the south.
Oh, come on, what's that fucking
0859, waste that APC.
group of 3 guys doing over there? Get over there and flank them motherfuckers.
trying to tell him to suppress over there.
It's because they're in fucking combat mode.
574.
This is 2-1 APC's not here anymore.
Cross that bridge. Over.
And they won't come out of combat mode.
Copy that.
Affirm.
Go ahead and shift down to
I'm
2-2's
taking control of the
position,
group leader.
or, actually cancel that. Use Hill 5-1 right where you're at. See if,
Be advised, enemy fire team located Blue Force Front 0858 north of Havoc 2's position.
Dagger guys on the M1.
Havoc 2 is 5 again.
Oh, I just said I was about to fucking fire an RPG.
RPG in it, pointing at one of the Vics.
Roger.
Roger.
6 copies.
It killed me with my RPG, man. Fifth move.
RPG, watch out. Dagger Thunder, be advised, friendlies have overrun.
We got good eyes from up here. We can't see much into Sam or Aluko into the town. Looks like it's mostly empty.
So it's not that much of a worry for you.
What the fuck?
Over.
Left window.
Fucking dude popped out.
Good job.
As soon as I find him, I'll let you know.
Well, I just scared the shit out of Garcia.
If I do find him at this rate.
2-4, come up into this compound.
Dagger Thunder 901.
I got him. Grid 045046.
The fuck, they're walking right around this dude. Why is this guy not engaging?
Go ahead and wave off of the 9 line over. Understood. 26 copies.
Roger, Dagger.
2-1.
Marker 045046.
0901. See if you can see that APC.
Burke, do you see that guy just laying there on top of the hill that nobody's engaging?
We got fucking danger close to the west.
Havoc 2-2, we're holding at the compound. We just cleared.
An ATV over here we need to take out.
Do you want us to push up?
I'm gonna watch.
The fuck, did you see? You see those guys that are just laying in the grass? They're not engaging.
The
ones that were on top of the hill.
But don't go further than where 2-1 is
Yeah.
linearly.
And they killed them all now, but that was fucking weird.
ATV's been dealt with.
Dagger Thunder, I saw nice work. That's game over.
That's not an ATV, Myers. That's an APC. Jesus, fuck, man.
Correction. Wave off of 9 line over.
I want to know how that kid is from the UK and can't speak English.
Roger, waiting off.
I've never heard that one before.
That's as good as the fucking UAZ from Drum. I'll fly the UAZ over there. God damn, those motherfuckers got wings now?
Good luck.
All stations on 3 on this Havoc 5. Get the Vics lined up back on the road for additional movement over.
26 copies. All stations 70. Be advised. Task force is getting back to the vehicles.
Line back up.
Continue
I want
convoy
2-2.
over.
Mount back up. Go 2-2, 2-4, 2-3, 2-2. That didn't make any sense. 2-2, 2-4, 2-3, 2-1.
That's usually what I say after Williams says something on the radio, too. That didn't make sense.
Williams is great.
I swear to Christ, like, I know I've seen Williams before, but I'm telling you, he's originally a blonde.
Requesting technical reinsert.
Like, I think he dyes his hair.
Over.
Telez, copy that.
PB2.
Copies.
Telez.
Blez? I'll get
Telez. Tango.
Alright.
Oh, believe me, Rusla, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. He does not know what the fuck he's saying most of the time.
Send it 2-1.
Alright, so now it'll be calm again for a second.
Let the convoy pass us and then link onto the ends. Copy that.
What was that?
So we'll let it be calm again for a second until they get over to that next fucking town. Once they get kind of moved along there, then we'll have to bring stuff in over on the north side of the fucking lake or whatever the hell that's supposed to be.
Okay.
So we'll spawn in some troops and garrison them in those buildings in, what the fuck's the name of that?
Big 2's all mountain, ready to roll.
Tukos, and we're going to call it Gay, because I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce that one.
Havoc 2, let's go!
Vic
So
1
you
is
see the
all
two
mountain,
towns
ready
I'm
to roll.
talking about?
This is last Vic. We're all mounted up, ready to go fuck some more shit up over.
On the north side.
Havoc 2
Fernando
I still
and
see people
Gay.
standing in that fucking tower, or Havoc 4,
Tukos
whoever it is.
and Gay. So east of Fernando.
Okay, yeah.
This is 2-6.
So once they get over kind of towards that other roadblock, then
Convoy halt. Why the fuck are we moving?
then we'll put some stuff in those two towns and just spawn them behind the buildings and then just garrison them inside the buildings. So we don't have to worry about them shooting at them across the bay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Disregard the back end.
Fucking Tonti's getting left behind.
2-2's all in.
2-4's
All
all
right,
in.
through in this Havoc
2-1's
5.
all in.
When I call out that we get loaded up and lined up in VIX, we need to fucking do it and run it down the chain of command, understood? 2-6 copies.
It's kind of surprising that they're having this hard of a time with it.
2-6, are we fully
I mean,
loaded
Havoc
for
3
the
fucking knocked it out of the park last
Stay
night.
firm. Havoc 4.
Havoc 4 is all in, ready to go.
All stations on 5-0, this is Havoc 5, Convoy Oscar Mike. Maintain 50-meter dispersion, 50 kph limit, over. Last Vic, Oscar Michael.
Alright, now they're rolling again.
I'm gonna put 2 squads north of that little checkpoint so they can roll across the bridge and get murdered.
Okay. Havoc 4 requesting replacement one-time sight bag in the armed command Vic was lost due to technical error.
Interesting.
I'd like to know how he expects me to put a sight bag for a mortar inside of a truck that I cannot control the fucking inventory of.
Sight bag. I got your sight bag.
Right?
Dagger Thunder 7-0.
Thunder's Dagger 7-0.
I have no idea what purpose
Neither
that's
do I.
Clarification on previous orders. I know you requested no
Is that important? It sounds
markers.
important, but
Can
I
I
have no
give
idea.
you spot checks as to what's waiting for you? Over.
Negative. I have eyes on. Over.
Roger, Dagger. This one should be a pretty good show. Be advised, I already have the rather big piece of meat in the pod. I'm watching him.
Fuck off, Soto.
Roger that.
Dick. Ah, he's already spotting our shit up here. Like, he's already got the fucking tank all lined up and fucking ready. Like a dick.
Big 1 left turn.
Taking control of that fucking CU-23.
This is Vic 1 left turn.
Oh, this thing is not going to be able to fire at them.
On a popping shots.
This is Vic 1 to our northwest.
Last Vic turning left. Alright, convoy's gonna pull off the left side of the road, get some hard cover, we gotta engage a Zeus camp.
Oh, yes. Leave the truck. Park right in perfect fucking view for me. Thank you.
Heavy 2, this is 2-4, say again.
Bring it up to 2-2's position.
Dagger Thunder, copy that. 9 line, again, watch the speed on the read.
Roger that. Type 1 control.
Havoc 4 has both border systems down.
Havoc 2, this is 2-2, I got a CS cannon in the paddle.
How in the fuck did I fire like 6 RPGs at those trucks and they're still sitting in the same goddamn positions they were sitting in? Jesus Christ.
Dagger Thunder, I read back, type 1 control, 123 at A, 6 meters, 1CU23 at 02705. Havoc 2, this is 212, I see checking in on 120, over 0. Friendly south 300 meters, progressing in my direction.
2IC, where are you?
Burke, you gotta line that tank back up. Yeah. The fucking...
Havoc 2, this is 2-2, pushing up.
He went into combat mode. Still. Fucking goddamn piece of shit AI. But he was trying to move. You got, like, if you don't want him to move, you have to take the fuel out of him.
2-4 copies.
Yeah.
2-1-2-3. Keep moving up. Bring your VIX.
2-6,
Is that BTR you got sitting there empty on purpose?
2-3 copies. Bring up VIC.
No. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I was just looking at that.
We got some better eyes just up the road here. Post up here. Stand by.
Throw a...
Copy that. That works.
Yeah. Or... Yeah, just put a sentry in him.
Going down that Zeus cannon to make sure it's disabled.
Break. I've got a marker 0912 MBT.
Okay, he's no longer empty.
Turn that tank so it's facing back across the bridge.
0912 MBT.
Okay, all 3 of those guys just died. That's great. And those guys died too. What the fuck?
Be advised, the 2IC does not have an Android. I need to know your exact bearing. You need 2-1 to be moving out.
Perfect.
Your actual is here next to me.
Warlord has eyes on MET as well.
Warlord, go ahead and send 1x AGM at it, over.
Dagger Warlord copies 1x AGM at the MBT.
2-1, this is actual, I'm moving back to you.
2-2, keep pushing to that town. 2-3, bring your VIC, bring it right up online with 2-2 and push up to that town.
No, all that stuff is already set, Ty. It's just fucking ArmA being ArmA. Alright, I'm gonna take control of that BTR. I'm just gonna drive it up there. Does it not have... Driver's only got... the BTR has only got 1 guy in it. Okay, no, it does have 2. What the fuck? Yeah, you gotta fucking watch that shit. Alright, taking control of the BTR.
35 seconds.
Okay, 2-2, do not enter the town until that MBT is catastrophic, over.
Dagger Warlord, right.
Having 2-5 run on that MBT as well as 6 machine gun plates.
Dagger Thunder guns.
There's a gun run coming in on that MBT.
Call it off, we got it.
Where the fuck did my gunner just get out? Fucking idiot. Do not come out and try and shoot the motherfucker while it's already fucking suppressing you. Yep, he's dead. Well, that fucking BTR put in some work before they killed it. Alright, did you already start spawning guys in those other two spots we talked about? Burke?
2-4, move at your discretion when your position's no longer
Having 4, this is 5. Are you able to get your guns working again?
2-4, copy that.
5, this is 4. It's a negative. We sent the request up, but couldn't be accommodated over.
Could it be resolved if we got you new tubes?
That's affirmative.
Roger.
Guys are looking good. Moving due north from your positions. Looks perfect. 2-3, don't leave your Vic behind though. Swing it around on the eastern side and follow 2-1's Vic in. 2-3 copies.
Javi 2, this is 2-1. We're gonna hold at this junction and maybe push out west down this MSR.
Need to get to that far edge of the town.
Alright, Burke, you there?
2-1 copy, he's gonna continue moving.
Where the fuck did Burke go? Gotta be fucking controlling somebody.
Yeah, I was.
There you are. Alright, I already spawned guys in the next couple of towns. Just, keep, you know, controlling guys and issuing orders to the fucking total retards that are running around out in the water. Do the best you can.
Okay.
I'll continue prepping the next areas, if you will.
Alright. Sounds good.
Having 2, this is 2-2, we're taking contact northwest just outside of town.
Copy that, 2-2. Keep moving up there, 2-3. Stay aggressive.
Havoc 4, this is 5.
Where is Havoc 4's Vic?
Send for Havoc 4.
Resupply box, does that contain mortar tubes or additional rounds or anything?
Unknown events. We've had good luck and bad luck with that.
Copy that. I'll contact Aries, see if they can get you resolved with that. Aries, this is 5
5, this Aries on 3-1, send traffic.
Interrogative, can we get control fresh new motor tube for Havoc 4 as their guns are currently inoperable?
5, this is Aries. That's an A-firm. If you have everyone disembark from the command Vic, we will set that up so they can grab a couple tubes out of it.
Copy that. Havoc 4, did you copy?
Havoc 4 copy, so I'll have everyone dismount.
Roger that. Tango Mike, Aries, and Havoc 4.
Come on, get out of the truck. There we go.
Havoc 2, this is 5.
5, 7, 7.
Go ahead and continue bounding up to course mark 0917 and push across that land bridge to 0918 before we get back to the convoy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
5, this is 27, I copy. 5, this is 27, I copy you last.
Oh, this is gonna piss me off.
What's the matter?
It won't let me fucking turn the command truck into a arsenal.
Huh.
You're going to cover 2-2 ahead so that they can move to OPFOR marker 0917.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1, with credential on the corner, on Victor, a hard hit, all good. Havoc 2, this is 2-2.
Send it 2-2.
Fuck it, that'll have to work.
Time now, same maneuver as last time.
As long as 2-4 is covering you.
2-4, tell me you're covering us. This is Havoc 4. We have our tubes repaired at this time, over.
Copy that. Go ahead and bring the VIX up back into the convoy, and we're rallying on the far side of the bridge at 0918.
Alright, 2-1 and 2-3. Start pushing towards the northern edge of the town.
Come across the bridge?
Towards the bridge.
I did not.
It was the Vic and then the squad. If I had an RPG, that Vic would have been blown up. I just lit into it with an AK, and then after it had pulled forward, then the rest of the squad came around and killed me. Pretty sure
write that down.
2-2, be advised. There's a sign on that island that says Lingor. We believe there's a RPG guy right behind it.
Roger out, 2-7.
Try to flush him out or
It's like Williams is having his normal internet issues.
This is 2-7. We're trying to kill an RPG gunner on that island before we move our VIX up right at this moment. Over.
Yeah, copy that. Is that over at 0918?
2-2, let me know
Yeah, I had another one of these guys just laying there. There's guys like 25 meters from him. I had him sit up and I was, holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, why they're not engaging like they should be. Yeah, it's definitely fucking weird.
2-7, this is 2-2.
7-2-2.
Are we good to cross to the next island?
Wait for the rest of our forces to get to that one. As long as it's cleared out, 2-4, go ahead and begin moving to the middle island.
Copy, 2-2's holding.
Yeah, set position in a little 360. Hold a defensive spot. Let us get over. 2-4, did you copy?
This is 5. What's the status of that RPG gunner? Havoc 2, this is 5. What's the status of that RPG gunner?
It sounds like he's been eliminated.
4's moving across the bridge right now. 2321 are following one.
Copy that. Keep this convoy moving up. Get across to that northern marker 0918.
Copy 2, this is 2-3.
I'm gonna do some cleanup behind us.
All right, I already got rid of some.
Oh, teleports up.
These motherfuckers message me anymore on Blue Force. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Unknown direction. So it's moving up also we find a bunch of buildings that had not been
2-7, we clear to push across the bridge as well. 2-4, I want you to set on this middle island.
Yeah, copy
2-2's
that.
gonna move across first, followed by 2-1,
Don't necessarily have to
followed by
clear buildings
2-3.
unless you're taking contact from inside of them. So just keep moving over the tempo. Over.
The fuck?
4 copies. We're moving up to U10 now.
There we go.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1.
Send it 2-1.
When did you want 2-1 crossing third?
2-1 will be second, followed by 2-3.
2-1 copies, we're crossing.
Okay, damn it.
Williams wants to take insert. I'll get him.
Havoc 2 to that RPG gunner is definitely down.
Oh, Williams needs a tech insert.
Yeah.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1.
Alright.
Send it 2-1.
2-1's requesting a technical insert for specialist gates.
I'll get that one too.
Copy that.
Roger.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Go ahead and move all the Vics to the north end of this little village at 0918, and we'll get set back up for convoy. Over.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2-6 actual, I'm back.
Groovy.
2-2, go ahead and move to the northern end of the village.
Was the other one Gates?
Copy that.
Yeah, Gates and
2-1,
Williams.
go ahead and move to the northern end right behind them. We're going to get back into a convoy line. 2-4, you can cross over after the mortars there.
Thunder's correction. Lancers daggers.
Havoc 2 is 2-4, copy.
Be advised I'm RTB for refuel, over.
I see any Gates.
Roger that.
Be PFC Gates. Jesus fuck, man. Oh, it's specialist Gates now.
2-2, this is 2-1.
When the hell did Gates get specialist? It must have been this week.
We are right behind you, pulling our vehicle now.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to catch up 2-1.
We're...
Alright, everybody load back up in convoy.
Alright, let's load back up.
Did you get Gates?
This is
Yeah, I got him.
first Vic,
Okay.
ready check, figure C50
I'm gonna
over.
set a civilian truck down on this next route.
3, roger, on 5-0, over.
Make sure you add OPFOR back into Aries again so you can see all the guys in the next town.
Last
Yeah,
Vic,
for my dude.
radio
I
check
also
in
added a
5-0,
technical
over.
one, 'cause I like to have shit to blow up when I'm running weapon squad.
Havoc 2, Havoc 4, this is Havoc
Last
5
Vic.
on 3-1. Go ahead and let me know when you're all loaded.
Fucking do your radio check by your Vic number.
Havoc 2, let me know when you are all in.
2-2's in.
This is Vic
2-4
2,
is
we're
in.
loaded up and ready to move, over.
2-3.
Vic 1's loaded in and ready to go.
I think that's
Havoc
the
2's all loaded.
route they're taking.
Vic
I got a
4
truck
loaded
just
and ready to go.
doodling around.
2-6, 2-3, send traffic.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna go right through that stuff.
Last calling station, resend traffic, over.
5 is 2-6, Havoc 2's loaded and ready to go.
2-6 is 2-3, send traffic.
Copy the Havoc 4, you loaded.
Havoc 4 is loaded, ready to go.
Over. All vehicles on frequency 50, let's have a 5 convoy, Oscar Mike. Let's continue 50 meters dispersion and 50 kph.
Can you teleport us up?
5, this is Cyber 4, be advised, I do have eyes on one time AR gunner seems to be sitting outside of the convoy. Not sure who he's with.
Dagger Thunder 7-0, interrogative. When possible, can you give me a spot check on the friendly ground situation down there?
Yeah, roger that, Thunder. Be advised,
It's a Vic to the
convoy
north,
is
left of the fort.
continuing. We have a broken down civilian Vic at 0930. Word for marker. Continue moving. Accurate reference 032, break 061. Lost of a blue Euro approaching us.
What in the fuck?
I teleported us and you were bouncing on top of me.
You'll stop, continue pushing.
For some reason. Looked very inappropriate.
This is first Vic, left turn.
Alright,
See if they're gonna shoot at the boat.
I'm gonna send him back.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, they called it before he was ready again.
Yeah.
Be advised, convoy is approaching that civilian Vic now.
That's their own goddamn fault.
We got a Vic in our front. We're doing AR. We're doing a route turn.
Copy that, Vic 1. Last Vic, right turn.
How in the fuck are those guys moving?
Vic 1, right turn.
Last Vic, left turn.
Those fucking civilians shouldn't even have been able to move. Not to mention the fact that they're in fucking combat mode. I fucking hate Bohemia with a goddamn passion, dude. I swear to Christ, if I ever had one of their developers like explain to me how their retarded shit goes into combat mode, even though it's selected to not go into combat mode, I would punch him in the mouth on principle alone.
2-6, this is 2-2, say again?
Disregard.
First Vic, left turn.
At least they didn't fucking shoot the civilians.
Yes.
That's always a plus.
Oh, I mean, not this batch.
Yeah.
You got a civilian truck at the gas station out there?
Gas station out where?
First Vic,
On the
right
far
turn.
side of the second town. The east side.
No, that's one from earlier. Most have them sit there so they don't. So they're careful around there. Yeah, it's a feature.
First Vic, left turn.
Oh, here we go. That was a fucking ambush.
Be advised. Do an observation what you will.
Keep moving the Vics up.
PID going into Tucos. I say again, PID going into Tucos.
Copy that, get him back up.
That was a fucking ambush, man.
Yeah.
Holy
They just kept
shit.
driving.
I had an RPG in there. I got out of fucking mag.
position from the left.
Moving over here.
Done, get out here. Hey, firm.
I'm just going to be controlling guys left and right here, so just say something on Steam if you need me.
Push up here with us.
Alright, I'm back up. Zone copies, push.
Copy. 2-1, maneuver to the south side of these buildings. Push up on that roadblock. South side. Come into contact.
Having 2, this is 2-4, you said south side? Having 2, move up through this town. Let's get up and out of it.
I think that's Hammer.
Having 2, we're clearing buildings.
Pretty sure that's Hammer.
Side of the town.
That was Garcia.
2-3, push to your east and clear all these fucking buildings.
2-3, copy.
Working on time now. 2-2, what's the status of that roadblock?
Oh no, that was Garcia I shot, I think. Maybe it was Hammer. I'm not sure. I scared the fuck out of him though.
Copy, yeah, we gotta clear these buildings.
One more there, come on.
Clearing out this whole thing, 2-7.
Yeah, copy, these things are infested.
Not really that invested now. They killed most everything.
No.
Yeah, 2-2, be advised, 2-1 is to the south of you, clearing out the stuff on the other side of the road.
Come on, dude, you're standing right next to somebody.
What's the status of the town? Is it getting pretty quiet in here?
Buildings. They were
Garrison?
in nasty little spots. We're just making sure anybody else here.
Of course he walks right through the fucking door. Every fucking time.
We're gonna push just outside the town to the east.
I got him. Alright, I gotta take a piss real quick. I'll be right back.
Get over the defilade on the eastern side of the town.
Alright guys, I will be right back.
Before we move.
What was that? Hammer's fucking loud.
2-6 copies.
What'd you say?
Having 2, this is 2-1. All of the buildings to the south side seem to be clear, even though we took shots from it.
This is 2-3, the north side seems to be clear as well.
Having 2, let's push up and get whatever that squad, if there's that 2-2, 2-1, peek up over this defilade on foot before we bring the Vicks over it. 2-6, this is 2-2, we already have eyes on the next town.
Okay, copy that. This is 2-1, we're set up on the east here, peeking over.
5, this is 2-6. We're up over the defilade. We're clear to the next town.
Yeah, Roger, we just took shots from somewhere out there to the east.
2-2, this is 2-3.
Go for 2-2.
Be advised, we're watching out to your left flank up to the northeast.
I appreciate that 2-3.
Yeah, Havoc 2, this is 5. Some sort of fixed machine gun emplacement east in the next town engaging us right now. Stand by.
Hey, firm, I can see the tracers.
2-2, this is 2-1.
2-1, 2-2, see if you can engage that machine gun that's
Havoc
hitting
4, this is 5. 4 times HE tight spread, Blue Force Mark 0939.
Alright, do not push up much further than this. We're gonna send mortars in.
4 copies, 4 times HE, 09er, confirm 09er 30.
Negative, 09er 39er, over.
Copy, 09er 39er, eyes on.
We're down to you right here in the southeast towards the water.
Havoc 2 will hold advancement until that fire mission is complete.
Be advised, I've got eyes on BTR in that next town to our east. East by southeast, there's a BTR in that town right on the edge of it.
Mark it on Blue Force marker. Do not get hit by that BTR.
Alright, sorry guys, we are back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, those cocksuckers are engaged in the town from... You motherfuckers.
Western edge of that town, marking your time now.
Check blue 4 markers.
Real dick move, man.
This is Havoc 4, rounds going out town now.
Yeah, they're engaged in the BTR and shit from across the damn bay.
I have another one down in the next in the town in between, under a cover.
As they're gonna have to, you know, move in and actually clear those buildings out. So.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Oh, they're on the spot, man.
3-1.
I peeked with a
escorting your vehicles. Push forward
sniper,
through that
and
town. We're not
they
gonna
instantly
mount him.
engaged him.
2-6 copies.
Havoc 2, let's move on foot up
That
this
ambush
road.
though in the town, holy fuck, man, that like went off perfectly.
Yeah. Well done.
All the guys in my chat are saying the town engaged them first. Oh, fuck off. They still fucking dick move.
2 rounds went out.
Sorry, that BTR under the cover is gonna scare the shit out of them because they're not gonna see it until they're rolling by it.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, because I don't think air assets can see that thing.
Right now and stand by.
Surprise.
Oh, and they're not remounting either.
No, they're just walking them up. They're actually ahead of the Vic now, though. That's good.
Yeah. They got to get it right eventually.
That's right. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Yeah. Good job jinxing them.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3. 2-3, 2-6 in traffic.
Oh, they do have a PB2 drive in it.
2-3, this is 2-6 in traffic.
All stations 7-0, be advised task force is walking their victims to those.
I'm going to take the fuel out of that BTR so it doesn't try and move. So just remote control it and take the gun. Like hit the diamond and take the gunner and just start fucking firing on it.
Are you going to take the gunner?
Yeah, go ahead and take the gunner.
Roger that, Thunder. Check that, we're ahead of you. Hold on.
Tiger Warlord has eyes on BTR.
See if you can get eyes on that BTR at 0940. Copy that, we're moving.
Percy doesn't have a fucking RPG.
We're engaging a BTR time now, danger close to the northeast.
He doesn't have an RPG.
Okay, copy that.
I'd even settle for a fucking GP25 at this point. There we go. That'll do.
2-2, is it still correction? It's going catastrophic. BTR's on fire.
5 is 2-6, that BTR's catastrophic.
What the fuck? I thought this thing had... I guess not. Come on, really?
2-2 wants to clear that compound that BTR was in.
If the gun wouldn't traverse to the right all the way, it kept going up angle.
2-4, copy.
Maybe I made those front guys poo a little bit. That's all I really can ask for.
Havoc 2, this is 2-2.
7-2-2.
Do you want us to keep pushing?
You can keep moving. Be aware 0940 BTR is still up. You took out a different BTR. The other one is hidden behind a fence next to a large factory in the next town. It's the first large building.
That one's already fucking destroyed.
Copy 2-7.
Is 2 all ready to go?
Or it's not destroyed. Where in the fuck are the guys that were in it? The thing isn't even...
2, we're requiring a targeting solution on that BTR. Standby.
How in the fuck?
Alright, copy that 2-4.
Why are the guys from that BTR dismounted and dead, but the BTR doesn't have any damage done to it? That makes no sense.
There's nobody in that BTR.
No. The guys that were in it are the 2 dead bodies laying there. Like, they dismounted and just died. And the BTR hasn't been engaged. Like, the armor and health on it's still full.
Havoc 5, Havoc 6, be advised. There was another BTR we've sighted. 2-4 is trying to get a lock.
Alright, I'm taking control of
Copy
the
that.
guy.
Keep up the tempo, keep pushing.
Yeah, Roger, I just want to walk face first into a BTR with infantry.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, we nailed that BTR. Alright, nice work. Havoc 2, keep moving.
Fucker, just as I went to shoot him.
Havoc 2 is a 2-1, we're pushing into the town now.
Yeah, I don't know. I know ArmA updated recently, and whatever they did, like, it fucking destroyed the AI for us, dude. Like, it's been acting way more fucked up than what it has in the past.
That's fucking disappointing.
Send it.
Yeah, I was just telling the guys in the stream, like, whatever they did with that last ArmA update, because I know they updated it fairly recently, like, it really fucked up the AI, because they've been worse lately than they've ever been.
Well, I added the BTR, there was nobody in it, so I quickly added 2 guys to it, and then told it to roll out, and it just sat there. And then it's dead. We need some reinforcements from...
You see the hill, the complex of hills to the northeast of town?
Yeah.
Spawn some guys, a couple of squads behind those hills, and send them at them from the northeast.
Alright, we'll do. I think they need some company.
I don't even know if you can do... Can you fuck with the AI skill on the template perk? Like, make it... Can you make it where they automatically won't go into combat and shit? Look into that and see if there's anything you can do to play around with it on the template itself. Fucking radio's got awfully quiet. Taking control.
It might be from the front, yeah. Looks like it's all closed up.
I need mic on my paws. I got a 1 man down.
Oh yeah, we're in radio range. I just shot AA Ron in the fucking testicles.
Everybody, we have to make a left
Oh, my life is now complete. I shot AA Ron right in the dick. Yeah, pretty much.
There's a technical coming from the northeast.
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm hazing AA Ron for his first night in his official billet.
On the hill, standby.
Near marker, correction, near marker 0939 or 5th field. Tally, but they're getting shredded by Mark 19.
Copy. Yeah, roger that.
The actual country you're playing in has absolutely nothing to do with the AI. That's just the AI skill settings. Like, the where the server is at has nothing to do with it. Alright, I'm gonna take control of some of these guys to their south to get them to come south and clear these buildings.
Are we clear to push straight southwest of the other section of the building instead of going round the long way? Or do you want us to keep moving with the convoy?
I want you to keep it with the convoy. Wait 1.
Havoc 5, say again your last.
Continue pushing up all the VICs.
2-6 copies.
2-3, there's infantry on those hills to your north and northeast. See if you can get eyes on them.
Havoc 2, this is 5. I need you guys to push south so that
Havoc 2, this is 2-2, we're hunting down that RPG gunner.
Looks like you guys already put on it.
This is 2-3, pushing south, time now to go find the RPG gunner.
If you used modes but in vanilla, it doesn't. That makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry, bud, but what you're saying makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, different AI skills, which is not controlled by where the server is. That's controlled by this, the AI skill. That has absolutely nothing to do with where the server is located. Ooh, it's a marksman. Ooh. I did see you down there, but... Yep, fuck that.
We've got all 4 squads in a very tight area here.
Run away!
Dagger Thunder 7-0. Have a suggestion for Havoc 5.
Thunder's Dagger Thunder.
Dagger Thunder, the show of force for these.
You guys
String Squad 82s on that ridge line. Copy. If anyone thinks about crossing over the top of it, they'll see.
Yeah, at least they moved. Oh! Jesus Christ!
Dagger Thunder, A-firm, that hillside.
Holy fucking balls, who was that? Who's the gunner on this? PV2C Collins, he is a ballsy motherfucker, but he just shot me right in the face with a fucking 40 mic. Holy shit. That was fucking great. Yeah, that was like some Generation Kill Manimal type shit.
Alright, copy that 2-1.
Wow.
What?
Dude, I was in a marksman on top of one of the 2-story like walled buildings.
Yeah.
And I shot at the Vic that Carter is driving.
Yeah.
And Collins up in the fucking turret, he's on a Mark 19. And I shot at him as he drove by, and then I ducked back in. And then when I went to pop back out, I shit you not, I'm staring down the barrel of a Mark 19. And he just lobs a single round into the fucking doorway and hits me right in the face with it. That was a dick move, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, Roger Dagger. I imagine 5's got other things on his mind. I just figured it'd be something to light the aircraft for landing.
5, 6, be advised, we were being engaged from there at a lighthouse to the west.
Wow.
Other than that,
Send it to 1. We found some load infantry on the roof of the Fantastic. Let's all get our Vicks back in line. We're gonna get.
Or we could drop a JDAM on it.
2-7 favors the JDAM.
Thunder's gonna plan on a rapid demo position.
They have killed everything. What the fuck are they still shooting at?
There was one guy in a shack shooting him through the window. He knocked down 2 or 3 guys.
Belay that last, go ahead and
Shooting
push
through
it.
the.
That's
It's like a plastic sheet, not a window, so they couldn't really see.
Yeah.
Thunder, disregard last, hover.
5 is 2-7, copy.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, disregard.
What the fuck are they dropping a JDAM on?
Copy that, there 2-4.
I guess show of force.
This is 2-2. We're crossing back to the road by our Vic.
Yeah, Fox, I mean, it's, you know, basically a Liberation or a different game mode like that, or actually it's Alive. That's just a mod, though.
Alright, all assets on 3-1, get the Vicks back on the convoy route, and let's get moving. RTB.
Boiler copies RTB.
5's 2-7, copy last.
Dagger, Thunder, Roger, Miller,
Alright, Havoc 2, all assets, get your men up.
Well, they didn't do horrible outside of when you were talking about they sent the Vic across the bridge instead of in front of the fucking infantry. That was good. They handled the ambush all right, aside from stopping in the ambush. They should have drove out here, like outside of the town, like continue pushing east and then stop and fired back, but whatever. It was a beautiful fucking ambush, though.
That was really nice.
I felt bad for the guys that were hopping out of the back of the truck as I was mowing or laying into the back of the truck with a fucking PKM, and they're just getting fucking mowed down as they pile out of the truck.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
2-4's mounting up.
I mean, that was some like fucking. That was pretty bad.
Havoc 2, let me know.
They're just pouring out of the truck and getting fucking laced with PKM fire.
Copy last, we're moving now, over.
I should have put myself on yelling and been like, "Welcome to Compton, bitch." Alright, I told Hammer the AO is clear unless he wants more. He hasn't said anything yet, so I'm guessing they're just RTB.
Soto, show everybody his air penis.
Yeah. I still want to be a dick right now and just remove all the fuel from this plane.
Let me know when you're loaded, ready to go. Clear runway. 2-4's loaded.
2-3's loaded, pushing your pause.
That is one of the things that Soto brought up as far as potential training idea one day is where we go out on like a mission to like assault something or, you know, whatever, and then we have one of us or one of the Zeus operators just randomly remove the fuel from his plane and make him have to eject, and then instead of going to do our mission, we go fucking rescue our pilot.
Oh, like change it mid operation.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Which I've kind of done that before. It wasn't because he ran out of fuel. It was because he got fucking. I think it was Trey got shot out of the sky by a fucking Zeus cannon. And I went and picked him up with a squad, but
let me know when you're loaded.
wasn't quite the same.
5-2-6, we're loaded and ready to go.
All stations on 50, 75 convoy Oscar Mike. Spacing 50 meters, speed 75 kph.
Ooh, shit, 75. It's fucking in a hurry. You'd think it's Sunday night and Hammer's got to work tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
Vic, Convoy Commander, this is Vic 1, be advised, our left wheel is damaged, so we are not able to go to 75 kph over.
Really drive off the
Roger that, as fast as you can.
Yeah, because their wheels are fucked up and they're not smart enough to fucking change them. There has to be someone in that truck smart enough to say, hey, we can change the tire.
We're gonna make it 75.
Alright, convoy halt, herringbone, Vic 1, fix your tire.
There we go.
Herringbone. Big one's herringbone, right.
I'm gonna teleport.
Convoy Commander, this is Vic 5.
Roger.
Vic 5, go ahead.
This is Vic 5, be advised, we've had the same issue with our...
Well, it's alright when fucking, when the AI actually cooperates, which is very fucking rarely, but
Yeah,
sometimes
did
it
you
does.
hit a rock like Vic 1 did.
That's a negative. We took an RPG.
And Emperor, thank you for the follow-up.
Just have to, but how fast can you go?
Yeah, that's probably the truck I hit with like 3 fucking RPGs right next to it instead of actually shooting the truck because I didn't want to blow the goddamn thing up because our RPG cages are useless until we update.
Yeah, I did that with
Convoy
an
Commander,
RPG
this is
gunner
Vic 5.
also.
The maximum about
They
35 over.
pulled the Vic up and then they parked it like at an opening, not in an alleyway. It was just like it was just a gap between 2 buildings, and I almost couldn't not make it hit their Vic. Maybe something else they need to pay attention to.
2-6 will do.
dismounted into the water.
Yeah, I had to write that down real quick because I fucking forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Emperor with the donation says that he enjoys the ops from the viewer standpoint. Doesn't have a powerful enough computer to run ArmA 3. Believe me, bro, I can appreciate that. It's taken me years to get my computer to the point where it is now, where I can, you know, comfortably stream and play and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's a shame that ArmA requires, you know, a couple $1,000 fucking PC to play it decently.
Let me know when you're ready to when you're all loaded and ready to go. We are. We're good.
Havoc 5 copies.
2-3's ready to move.
5 is 2-6 ready to roll.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're obviously not.
2-1 is all in, ready to go.
Guessing Hammer's sitting there looking at the guys that are still outside the fucking truck.
Yeah, he's right by.
Are we sure?
I'll check.
2, are you ready to go? Are you loaded?
Back on the road, over.
2-1 is all in. 2-2's all in.
This is Vic when we're loaded and ready to go.
2-3's all in.
I know Williams isn't actually military, but he is still the epitome of like every officer I've known, pretty much.
Tango Mike.
Or at least every junior officer I've known.
Locations on 50, this Havoc 5, convoy Oscar Mike.
I'll never forget the first day that he got that. You know, we did the all hands, made him an officer, and like he kicked himself off of TeamSpeak and he couldn't get back in. He hit me up on Steam, like, help! I need something. I need the password or something. I gotta get back in. I was like, oh, let me help you, sir.
Vic 4 is having speed issues, so limit speed to approximately 40 kph. Back to base. Vic 3 copies 40. Correction, Vic 5 on that last.
How the fuck is their vehicle having issues? It's got full fucking health and armor.
Could be with the driver.
No, I can see their shit's like kind of crap walking, like it's got a tire that's blown out. Yeah, Emperor, I mean, that's pretty much all you can do, man. I mean, that's it. Like I said, it's taken me years to get my computer to where it is now, because I just, every couple years or so, I upgrade, you know, a couple of parts, and that's, you know, it's really all you can do. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and TP us back to base.
Okay. Take a note to talk to him about the engaging civilians on the airstrip.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, good times.
Yeah, it was fun.
This is Vic 1, left turn.
Even more fun if AI wasn't completely retarded.
Yeah. Jerome was saying something in his chat about only getting to launch 2 fucking rounds. Guess he should have filled in with mortars last night, because I let those guys go pretty fucking nuts. Fucking Soto gets enough goddamn ego stroking.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody from Unit HQ fill in with mortars.
Warlord,
I will after the update.
Last Vic making left turn.
Go ahead and regroup all the pilots.
Actually, I probably won't, because if I'm filling in, I'm either carrying a saw or I'm filling in with Unit HQ so I can carry my fucking boomstick. still yet to convince Soto to give me a fucking 249 with a thumper on the bottom of it, so... Or actually, no, we were going to do a 249 with a thumper on the left side, the PEC 15 on the right side, and then still have my bipod on it.
You didn't want to do that?
Apparently not. I mean, it's like, shit, that's like the ultimate master key.
Swiss Army gun?
Yeah.
First pick left turn.
Yeah, 20x scope? No, fuck that. I'll stick with the MDO. I love the fucking MDO. Yeah, there's more room on a 240, but 249 carries more rounds. And it's not as heavy, so I'd be able to carry some 40 mics. I can carry like 1,200 rounds with the saw, or I can carry like 1,000 rounds and a couple of 40 mics.
Yeah, fuck all that running nonsense.
Last spec making left turn.
My index finger, my W finger is not going. Oh, here they come.
Get out of the fucking road.
No, Soto couldn't walk from the tarmac. Fucker. I don't think I ever put my earplugs in tonight. Nope. Hey, King Oliver, thank you for the follow.
Condition for
All stations on 3-1 Havoc 5, index.
Yeah, Soto is the diva. To be fair, it is somewhat earned.
Alright, Havoc 2, index. Full circle back by the
I'll be back in a little bit.
Index.
Team leads, make sure all you guys are condition 4.
Make sure condition 4 goes.
Bravo's
Tap that, and then school circle over here.
Condition 4. Yeah, do it.
2-1's all present.
Bravo's all here.
2-2's all here.
2-3's here.
2-4's all present.
Havoc 4's all present.
Havoc 2's here, Lieutenant. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
All right. Overall, I say that was a successful training exercise. Overall, I think we improved throughout. There were a couple hiccups, though. When we first took contact, the first couple places, we were a little slow on picking up the tempo and momentum to push through that contact with our vehicles. There's also some slow response times with that enemy transport vehicle at the beginning, at the first bridge. A little slow on taking that out. Other than that, in the last couple towns, you guys did a good job of getting online and moving through and pushing through that town with your vehicles. That was a very good initiative on you guys at that point. There was one point where the fucking convoy took off, and I did not give an order to tell it to go anywhere. What was going on there? Anybody? Private?
Sir, as the driver inside with the intercom system, it was getting a little confusing. There were orders being thrown out left and right by my TC and the other ranking personnel in the vehicle.
All right, copy
so
that, Private.
I did not
Thank
hear
you.
the convoy net. Thank you.
All right, yeah, make sure you work on that, Lieutenant Williams, keeping your channels clear and stuff to allow orders to properly go through. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really face, I think, a lot of contact, in my opinion, but I did prevent a lot of intel from getting down to you guys, just so it was more of a surprise react. You guys reacted mostly very, very well. Yes, that's pretty much all I have. Lieutenant Williams, do you have anything?
Nothing for task force, sir.
All right. Havoc 4?
Nothing for task force, sir.
Sorry about the guns going down. I wish we missed a couple fire mission opportunities there.
No problem, sir. We'll get it straightened out.
Is that a known issue? Because when that happened, you said not again.
Yes, sir. It's been sent up before.
All right. Well, what's the easy, obvious solution to that? It's put more base plate, especially on a convoy. Put extra base plates in the back of the Vic.
Absolutely, sir. If we're authorized to do so, we will continue. We will do that in the future.
If there's an error, then your base plates are disappearing. Yes.
Yeah, I'd consider that authorization, Sergeant.
Absolutely, thanks, sir.
All right, anything else from Havoc 4?
Nothing else, sir.
Rotary?
Nothing with Rotary, sir.
Fixed wing, Captain Soto?
Nothing here, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain. Captain Drumheller?
Yeah, I got a few things. Captain Soto?
Yes, Captain.
I need you to fix the shit out of the audio on our flashbangs. Whatever that is, that's like a fucking 200 decibel flashbang explosion. Like I don't need realism on our flashbangs to the level where it makes me deaf while I'm playing the game.
What?
So I need that flashbang sound fixed.
I've never heard an issue with the flashbang.
Copy?
I didn't know it was broken.
Driving backwards. If you are driving a vehicle, do not fucking drive that vehicle backwards. Especially don't slam on the gas driving it backwards without looking where you're going. If you are driving backwards, you need to be driving backwards very slowly, and you need to be honking your horn the entire time. And you need to have eyes backwards.
Somebody got ran over.
The pace at which we operate means we don't have time to get someone back behind the vehicle and fucking back you up. So you need to go into third person and spin around and make sure that when you're driving backwards, you're not fucking running anyone over, and you need to be doing it slowly. I don't want to see anyone going backwards at 30 miles an hour without clearing behind the vehicle. Last Vic, I went over this at the beginning of this mission, and whoever was on comms on the last Vic kept saying last Vic instead of Vic 6. I specifically went over that. You did a radio check. Every time you were talking, the only time you should be saying last Vic is when you're calling out turns. Otherwise, it's your Vic number.
Yeah, backup
or when
alarms, yeah.
You think the convoy commander needs to understand that you're the last Vic for whatever reason. Drivers staying mounted. Drivers don't have to stay mounted when you're stopped. I didn't actually see that happening, but I know we didn't go over it on any of the other FTXs. When you're stopped, drivers, you can dismount, just stay next to your vehicles in case they need to be moved again, unless you're told specifically to full dismount. Soft dismount, drivers can get out, just stay near the vehicle. Biggest issue of the night. You guys either were not clearing buildings or you were not tagging your cleared buildings. I was with Havoc 4 tonight. Almost every single building we came across tonight that looked like it had been cleared was not tagged in any way, shape, or form. And that is unacceptable. We had to double clear a bunch of buildings and we wasted our time.
Yeah, those guys got to stay on top of tagging that shit.
I don't want to see that again. Make sure that gets reinforced. Havoc 2 HQ.
Yes, sir.
That's everything I had.
Thank you, Captain. First Sergeant.
Thanks, sir. Couple of things noted down here. Firstly, when it comes to the mission, I don't care if you guys had a fun time or not. That mission was kind of dog shit. After the last update, the AI has been more and more difficult to fucking work with. I mean, they're at clinical levels of retardation as of late, so it was not easy to get the AI to do what we needed them to do. So if it felt a little easy for you guys, apologies on that, but hopefully that'll be squared away soon. But as far as what I've seen from a Zeus perspective, there was a couple of fuck-ups. Firstly being towards the, I guess it'd be kind of the middle of the FTX when you guys crossed the bridge across that little island where the MBT was sitting. I personally didn't actually have eyes on it. Lieutenant Burke notified me of it. The vehicle pushed across that bridge before the fucking infantry did. And he even related directly to me, had I had an RPG gunner over there, that truck would have been fucking dead. At no point in time do we ever push those trucks in front of the infantry. We have to protect those trucks. So you guys have to move in front of them. Had there been an RPG gunner there, and he popped out and started hitting that thing with RPGs, you guys would have lost another truck. Now there was also...
Did we not go over that at the beginning? Was that not one of the things we addressed as far as mounted ops?
I don't recall, Captain.
That's a base level thing. The vehicle never goes in front.
In addition to that, there was one point where I took control of an RPG gunner on a roof and was able to fire 4 to 5 RPGs at 2 different vehicles. Both of those vehicles were sitting completely in the open. Now, after I fired the first RPG, I expected to see that vehicle start to move. Can anybody guess what that vehicle did? You're correct. It fucking sat there. It didn't move an inch. So I fired again. Can anybody guess what it did? Correct. It fucking sat there. So I fired again. Guess what it did? It fucking sat there. Had I wanted to, I would have very, very fucking easily destroyed that truck. The second truck that was hiding behind the rock decided to stick its nose out, so I fired an RPG at that one. Guess what it did? It fucking sat there. I could have taken out 2 of your gun trucks with total impunity. There wasn't a swinging dick out there firing a weapon system at me. You have to keep those trucks protected, especially if they're firing RPGs at them. Move the motherfucker. It's not difficult to figure out where an RPG is coming from. Not only do you have audible cues, but you have a big puff of fucking smoke that comes from the tube when they fire it. Get the vehicle behind cover if it's taking fire like that. It's a pretty simple concept. Next, where is, I believe it was Private C. Carter. There. They rolled by a building, and I was controlling a marksman that was up on the second story. However, I was inside the doorway, essentially in a hide. I fired at his turret and popped back into the doorway where he couldn't see me. When I popped back out, I was staring down the barrel of a Mark 19. He sent 1 round into that doorway, and quite honestly, scared the shit out of me. I ate a 40 millimeter. That is perfect example of doing what needs to be done.
Situational awareness.
Exactly. I fired a single round at him. 1 round. And he was able to pinpoint that came from behind him, spun that turret around, and as soon as I popped out, he was already sitting there ready for me. There wasn't a goddamn thing I could have done to harm him in any way. That was, I mean, absolutely perfect. That's the kind of shit you guys need to pay attention to, especially when you're up in those turrets. That kind of situational awareness, that's what you should strive to get to. Last thing I had, that fucking civilian vehicle that got engaged on the airfield. Now, 1, it never should have been there, because fucking civilians being civilians and just doing whatever the fuck they want. But 2, firstly, you called it out as an enemy vehicle. There was nothing on that thing to resemble any type of enemy vehicle. There was no weapons visible, no nothing. 2, for all you fucking know, that civilian vehicle was there to hitch a ride or give us some cargo or something along those lines. Because I can fucking promise you, the airbase commander does not come down and ask each and every pilot on that flight line if they're okay with a civilian vehicle entering that airfield. I guarantee you that. So whether it's a civilian fucking freaking out, doing whatever the fuck they want because they don't want to listen to Zeus, or whether we do it just to keep you guys on your toes, either way, it's unacceptable to mow down a fucking civilian like that with no PID. There is no excuse for it. None. Sure as fuck not the excuse of, well, there was a civilian on a secured area. Guess what? Civilians work around military bases all the fucking time. That's all I have, LT.
Thank you,
I got something else.
Captain.
Speaking of that particular interaction, I want to go over our civilian interaction in general. Our general civilian interaction is way too aggressive. I said that at the beginning, and it holds true, especially with what the first sergeant just went over. We are portraying a realistic environment, and realistically,
oh, absolutely, Brody.
I'm sure you guys have seen convoys rolling
Pleasure
down the
is
middle of the
mine,
fucking
man.
highway in Iraq with vehicles all on both sides of them. those fucking Vics, don't give
Oh,
warning.
absolutely,
Like, they
Vert.
would just be firing the 50 nonstop going down the entire fucking highway. Like, we need to shift our focus to, you know, basically ignoring civilians and civilian VICs unless they're doing something fucking retarded. Like, we don't need to be shooting warning shots at VICs unless they're, you know, approaching the convoy from behind and, you know, gunning it into the back of the convoy, obviously, at a faster speed than the convoy, meaning they're either going to ram a truck or they're going to try and go around, which is unacceptable, or they're a VBIED. But if there are VBIEDs in the area, we're going to know it beforehand. Vehicles coming down the road on the other side of the road,
You all until you fucking die.
like, there's nothing for them to do. Like, they just keep driving, we just keep driving. If there's no civilian threat in the area,
Georgie and Johnny,
like,
thank you
we
guys
just need
for
to
the
leave
follow.
them the fuck alone. So I'll talk with Unit HQ about that, and we'll be rolling out more specific civilian SOP. Basically, just leave the civilians alone. If they're running up in the middle of your lines in combat, we're still going to cuff them, stick them in the corner, leave them behind. If they're doing something funky near the convoy, then fire warning shots or disable the vehicle. But otherwise, unless they're a known threat, they're not a threat. And sometimes it does take a VBIED going off on one of our VICs for them to then become a threat. That's all I got.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh yeah, Rusla. Like I said, I mean, civilians work in and around bases.
Private
always.
L. Carter, you had a comment. Excuse me, Private Collins, you had a comment.
Still fun yelling.
Sorry. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to say that I had
Okay, good talk.
You had a what? Private? We don't hear you.
Sounds like he had a mic issue there, XO.
Oh yeah, the fucking military doesn't have the personnel to do all the shit that civilians do.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I was just saying that I was the gunner from the from the truck that First Sergeant had mentioned, and I just wanted to say the only reason I caught it was just I happened to be looking in the back direction because of the position in the convoy I was. I'm glad I saw the shot come off and just happened to pop him.
That's fine. That means you were scanning the proper sector, or at least you were scanning a sector and you were paying attention to what was going on around you, and that's still what's known as situational awareness.
Hey, right on, Rusla. Have a good night, bud.
Private L. Carter, you had a comment.
It's already mentioned by Private Collins, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or comments? Put a C or a Q in chat. Sergeant Loster.
Why do we have to fucking remind everyone to go to fucking yelling?
Can you go on yelling, please?
Yeah, you can speak on yelling, please.
I am. I'm on. How about now?
You are now.
There you go.
Okay, that was weird. Sorry. Just like Captain Hello found out yesterday about the setting the speed limit. I found out yesterday that you can turn the intercom off in the vehicles. If you go to the vehicle options and go to disable, it turns it off for you so that you don't hear a million fucking voices cutting in over the radio and all that other shit. It makes life a lot easier.
That's a good option for that comm saturation that happened with that first Vic. We had half the convoy rolling away without a proper order. Any other questions or comments? All right. You're all dismissed to your individual debriefs.
All right, segment to my channel.
Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that one. I definitely did. Let's see, what do we got going on the rest of the week? I will not be streaming tomorrow because I have stuff going on for race department tomorrow. And then Tuesday night we have an Assetto Corsa race. Then Wednesday we have our podcast, and I don't know what we're doing with the squirrel missions because the guys just finished up the Bornholm thing. There's a possibility that we might be doing some World War II stuff, but you didn't hear that from me, so we'll see. Yeah, and then the normal stuff next weekend. So thank you guys for hanging out tonight, and thank you for the fuck ton of support from all the follows and donations and subscriptions and all of that. I can't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate it. And I will see you all later.